What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of Manga Weekly, a weekly podcast where two nerds sit back, lounge today on the couch, and recap different manga series 2 chapters at a time. I'm James, and joining me as always is Logan.
Yeah, me. We should do this every episode.
We'll try to coordinate it to where there's nobody in this house, and we can, because this is nice. We're just literally just lounging in the living room. Normally we do it in my very cramped game room where I've just got just bukus of junk,
Comic books,
just everywhere,
shelves, bookshelves.
But today, since the family's out of town and we've taken over the living room, and I'm literally laying on a couch, he's lounging on the chair, and we're just gonna sit back, relax, and discuss some what is Bleach?
Bleach.
Almost forgot what we were doing today.
Clorox.
Oh, by the way, Black Clover's 204 chapters in. I was thinking it was in the 180s.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
All right, so today we're doing chapters 9 and 10 of Bleach. Got your phone ready?
I do.
All right, so we got Chapter 9, Monsters vs. New Girl, in parentheses, Smackdown. We've got, is this, this is Karin, right?
Yes.
She's.
This is Karin.
So, Ichigo and Karin
are running away.
I still don't think it's Karin.
It is Karin.
That's what they say in the show? Okay. They're still running, and, she's saying, you know, she's still wanting him to help this kid.
The bird.
Yes, the bird.
The parakeet.
She's saying if he goes to the other side, he can be with her again. Don't let him be alone anymore, Ichigo. So, again, I'm still not sure why she's able to. Was that explained?
Yeah, they said in the first couple of chapters that, like, Yuzu, the other sister, and the dad can't see spirits, but the sister can, but she doesn't believe in them.
I gotcha.
Gotcha. Angsty teen, she can see them, so she's more in touch.
I got you. Okay, so then we go to
Rukia and Chad.
Yes, thank you. I was forgetting names. Still running. Rukia's having some trouble because of the body that she's in. She's complaining about the Gigai. It's because it's just a
human body.
A schoolgirl body.
Yeah, you run out of stamina.
She's saying, wait till I see those research and development freaks. They're all about legs and boobs when it's muscles I need. So, somebody picks the bodies for them? She doesn't, like...
I think they never really explain it very well. The way I always imagined it, yeah, you get the body, but they try and make it look like... Because when you go to the Soul Society, you look like everybody looks like how they do in the show. They still have the same body, the same face. So I think they try and make it look like yours.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. Or they never explain it. It's just fucky. I don't know.
But she's struggling. And then out from behind her, we get this voice that tells her, "You smell good." And then we see the Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Big ugly guy.
Big old bitch.
And says it's time to eat her soul. She's caught off guard because she says she was in such a
hot pursuit.
Yeah, she was in hot pursuit of Chad,
mm-hmm.
that she forgot to watch her back. And so we get this cool little cover here of Chad, Ichigo, and Rukia. What do they got going on here? Oh, they're all just listening to music.
Yeah.
But it's all like connected.
Yeah. The music player is on Chad's back and they're all listening to it through it.
That's crunk. It's pretty nifty.
Pretty fucking neato.
And so Ichigo makes it home, tucks Karin into bed, and he starts talking about how
It's been years since he's seen his sister cry.
Yeah, so before their mom died, he says that the kids used to just be crybabies.
Mm-hmm, all the time. Little bitches.
Yeah, little bitches. But then, once the mom died, Yuzu took over the mom's duties like she was a grown-up.
House care.
Yeah, housework and stuff. The homemaking is what he said. But Karin doesn't have that sort of flair, he says. So she just stepped aside and took care of herself.
Yeah.
And he says he's never seen her cry again. Mentioned some instances where he probably expected her to, but she didn't. So when she got beat up in by the sixth grader when she was in first grade,
she broke her leg.
Didn't cry. Broke her leg. Didn't cry. Got in trouble for throwing a ball through the principal's office. Didn't cry. So this has obviously, I guess it's showing like she's the seriousness. You know, she's pretty upset here. And so Ichigo's like, it's okay. I will get him back with his mom. And so Rukia, we go back to Rukia.
She's getting fucked up.
Yeah, she's getting beat up. She's gotten knocked down, but she pulls a crunkle move and jumps back up onto her feet. Right.
Hollow is very confused that she's still alive.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you're tougher than you look, and you can see me. What are you, little girl?" And then she surprises him with a knee to the face. Jumps up on dude and starts saying some. I was confused by this at first.
Yeah,
because it just kind of came out of nowhere. So she says,
big incantations.
Ruler, the mask of blood and flesh, all things of the universe fly, that which names all, truth and temperance, slight claw at the dream wall, which brooks no sin, binding spell 33, Sokasui, pale fire crash. And she's like,
I did it! It worked!
Yeah, you see it, like, it's actually a pretty cool shot.
It looks like she's blown the guy's head off.
Yeah. And then so she's all like, sweet, I did it. I got my powers back. And then the smoke clears and dude's
It didn't
fine.
work at all.
Yeah, he's fine. So he goes on the attack again. She gets out of the way and she's the dude's like, I know that spell. It's a Soul Reaper spell, so that's what you are. But you're weak. It had no bite. And so she's wondering, like, she's messed up. She's freaked out. She's like, I can do the spell, but it has no effect. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, she
thought she had her powers back. She ain't got shit.
She's got some of it back.
She ain't got shit.
True.
What's the point of doing the thing if you can't do it? Or if it doesn't work, I mean.
But it's like she can do it. It's just not very good.
So he starts talking about how he's like, a tender little Soul Reaper. This brings back memories. You see, I've already eaten 2 Soul Reapers who try to take me back take the boy to the Soul Society.
This guy's he's quite the.
It's hardcore.
He's pretty good.
And she's like, the boy? You mean the soul in the parakeet? And he's like, yeah. And she's wondering, like, why are you even chasing him so much? And he's like, oh, that's a good question. Maybe I'll tell you if you let me have a little nibble. And then here comes, so we go back to Chad, right? Mm-hmm. And Chad's a ways off. He's got the parakeet. And he's wondering, like, he hears something's going on.
Mm.
He's wondering what's going on, and the parakeet's like, he's attacking her. The lady who was chasing us, the monster's attacking her. And so he's like, stay here. He's like, I'm going to go help her. But the parakeet's like, no, don't go. I'll get you. I like this. Look at that art.
Yeah, I see it.
Look at the art in that panel down there.
You look like a fucking donkey.
What's with his hands and his arms?
I don't know. He's trying to show that he's being gentle.
I guess. So at first he sets it on the ground. Then he picks it up and puts it on top of a fence thing. And the parakeet's like, you can't even see him.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's he supposed to do here? You know, what's Chad gonna do?
Be a meat shield.
But he ends up running off anyways. And so Rukia gets snatched up. And dude's all like, what a sissy. You call yourself a Soul Reaper? Why not ditch the meat suit, fight for real, huh? And then bam.
Punched.
Right to the face, right to the noggin of this hollow. Chad comes out of nowhere and
hits him. Knocks him pretty fucking hard. Chad looks very shocked that he actually made contact with something.
Right, because he's like, I got him, I think. And so Rukia's like wondering, can he see the hollow? And then he just starts running off. And she's like,
he's punching at the wind.
Yeah, he's just punching around. He's like, okay, no, it doesn't look like he can see it. And so the hollow's like, man, I was scared for a second there, but it was just a lucky shot. He can't see me.
And then he gets hit again.
And he gets knocked back pretty far. And
Chad is an enigma.
Yeah, what is up with Chad?
I don't know. They never really explain.
I want to know so much about this guy.
Well, they explain it, but I never really get it.
Like, is it coming up?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Like, they don't explain why he can do this till like chapter 500.
Oh my god.
So.
So Karin she's like saying this is impossible. Normal humans can't touch hollows or soul reapers. They can't even see or hear them. But obviously dude's not a normal human, right?
No.
Can't be.
No, he's not. He still can't see him, but he can make contact.
Yeah. And then the hollow decides to bring the wings out, take off flying.
He's a bat hollow.
And the hollow thinks he's got him now, because can't hit him because he's in the air, right? Mm-hmm. So Rukia hollers to Chad, and she's like, run now. He's in the air. Run.
You have to trust me.
That's not for a while, man. Spoiler alert. And Chad looks at her and is like, you can see ghosts? And she's like, there's no time to talk. We can't reach. And then I guess he's already moved over to this pole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so you said he was in the air. Which direction? And Rukia's like, what difference does it make? What can you? And then he starts to rip up the pole.
The telephone pole. The giant thing sticks out of the ground. It's covered in wood.
Yeah.
Giant metal electric box on it. It's probably a couple 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Even more.
Well, way more than that. Yeah. It's probably
close to a ton.
Yeah. So the hollow's up there, and he's like, what should I do here? Should I swoop down like a hawk, or... And then this is when we see Chad like fully rip this pole out of the ground.
It's ripped off. He does it. He doesn't detach it. He rips it off.
Yes, and so he's like, "Well, which way?" And so she just says, "Right in front of you. Bring it straight down." And so he does, and it nails this hollow.
Brings it down to the ground.
And that's the end of the chapter.
Yep.
So we'll move on to chapter 10. It picks right up. So Chad has nailed this hollow with the phone pole that he has ripped off
and broken
off and knocked him out. He's still holding it, by the way. And so Rukia's like, "Do you give up yet? Because another Soul Reaper will be here soon." And the hollow starts laughing.
Mm-hmm.
says, he's like, don't you wonder how I was able to eat 2 Soul Reapers? Like, if it's not dawned on you,
Yeah.
like, how one single hollow was able to do that. And he says, see, that's why you Soul Reapers keep getting munched. And then we see from behind them some little
babies,
creature things. And they just get swarmed by these little munchkin hollows. And so the little munchkin hollows hold them down on the ground. And
they suck the soul out of them.
They suck the soul out of you. They so the big hollow, he's like, y'all are so slow. You never suspected that I might have friends. And he's wondering, like, so who do I eat first, But then I guess he decides that Rukia is going to be dessert. So he's going to go for Chad first as the main course.
But Chad
just...
So he wants no part of that.
No, so he just busts out of this lock that these little dudes have on him. Throws these little dudes all over the place.
The hollow is shocked.
Yeah, but he's also like, this dude thinks he can just beat me with muscle alone.
And then he gets punched again.
Yeah, he gets swung on.
He really needs to stop underestimating Chad.
Yeah. But Chad still...
You can't see him. He goes back to sitting there.
Still hitting air. And Rukia hollers at Chad to tell him to kick right above her to kick those things off her, So here he comes, and he kicks those dudes off. And
bad dude's like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah, so he takes back to the air. Chad takes back to punching the air. And Rukia tells him that he's gone up in the air again, but don't worry, that she has an idea. And here we get the old...
you have to toss me.
The fastball special, like from that Colossus and Wolverine do.
Oh, yeah.
So Chad picks Rukia up. She kind of folds her up like a little ball. And she says they've got to combine his strength with her senses, so he needs to throw her. And she says, so throw me at the monster. And they're trying to coordinate like where it's at. So he's like, it's at 1 o'clock. And so they get there, like, they get it straight. And the dude's like, look at it. He's looking down at him thinking, like, what a bunch of goobers.
This won't work.
It's not going to work, And so he launches Rukia at him. And she's like, I told you to give up. And so he goes, no, okay, I give up. Don't hurt me anymore.
Psych!
And then he, like, moves, and right behind him, one of those things is clinging on to him, right? And it spits up some junk onto Rukia. And so she falls back to the ground. Chad catches her.
They're little leeches.
Yeah, she's got these, like, leeches on her. And the big hollow says that those are special leeches. That they, once attached, they don't come off very easily, right? So he says, plus, they got other talents. Says they're his artillery. And so he makes this, like, click with his tongue, and they blow up.
They explode.
Yeah. And so Rukia goes down, and Chad's, wondering, like, what did that?
Because he can't see any of this.
Right, yeah, he's just seeing her get the crap kicked out of her. And so the hollow tells her that it's his little bombs, and that they're triggered by the clicking of his tongue. And he's like, see, you thought flying was my big trick. Says the Soul Reapers are pathetic. And then the hollow gets one up on him again, because the hollow has found the parakeet.
Yep, he had one of his little buddies go and get him.
And so Chad says it's Yuichi's birdcage. So, because the soul inside the parakeet is Yuichi Shibata.
Mm-hmm.
Do we already know that?
No.
So this is the first time we're hearing a name.
Yes.
And the parakeet's, says he's sorry that he caught him, and so the hollow. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. So the hollow's like, see, you're not as dumb as you look. So now he says, now it's your turn, Soul Reaper. He tells him to run, so he has the pleasure of chasing him down, right?
Mm.
And so, but Ruki is like, don't move. If you move, he'll blow up the bird. And Chad's like, but like I'm assuming he's gonna say like you're effed up.
You're hurt.
And she's like, but don't worry about me. I'll kick his butt. And so she takes off running, and the things go chase after her, but she's able to juke out of the way of one of their attacks, two of them have like a double attack.
Mm.
She jumps out of the way of that, but a third one's like runs up and hits her with his little leech attack, and she goes to the ground. And then the big hollow comes up, and he does his little clicking thing and
explodes them.
Explodes those.
So now her arm's out.
Yeah, the arm's done. She takes off running again, though. And the hollow's like, watching you run away dripping blood really gets me off. And he chunks one of his little munchkin hollows.
And it blows up by
Yeah.
turning into leeches.
And the hollow's like, how far are you going to go? You don't have to run. You could try to attack. And so she stops. And he's like, oh, man, you're giving up? I don't get to chase Soul Reapers every day. And Rukia's like, I'm not giving up. There's just no reason for me to run now. And dude's like, what are you talking about? He said, you said I could attack, so I'll take your suggestion. He's like, what did you? And then a foot comes out of nowhere, lands on top of dude's head, the hollow. And guess who it is?
Ichigo!
Ichigo! Here he comes, all looking cool and hands in the pockets, looking a little upset, And he starts yelling at Rukia. And he's like, you said you wouldn't take any unnecessary risks.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little upset with her. And she's like, just, shut it. Like, he's like, there weren't any unnecessary risk. Like, they were obviously
calculated.
She had to do what she had to do, And so Ichigo jumps off a dude's head, says, I'm Ichigo Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper. If you want to play tag, then I'm it. And the hollow's like, you.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Yay.
We really need to do more chapters of this.
Well, you could read more
on
your own.
I want to stay current. I like to read them before we, like a day or so before we actually record. Keeps it fresh in my mind.
Or in my case, today.
Yeah.
In the bathroom at work.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That is a good place to read manga, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
I like these chapters.
I did too.
It's oh my god, I'm tired. I'm a little hungover still, so
yeah,
I apologize for that. I like this hollow. I like Rukia a lot. She's very smart. She's smart. She's willing to
risk it all.
Do what needs to be done, even if that risks her, puts her at risk. And I like Chad, although I don't know what the fuck he is. I want to know what he is, why he's able to rip foam poles out of the ground. And
there are reasons, but it's just so much later on that they explain it. It's not even funny.
Crazy. You'd think they would get all that out of the way, like, after this battle. You think somebody would be like...
Well, there's still questions that were never answered now. Mostly because the thing was canceled. But, yeah, they go a long time without explaining stuff.
That's crazy.
I think, like, Chad gets, like, 2 more big upgrades before they even...
Upgrades?
Like, you know how, like, he went from, like, he can't see anything, he can't interact, to now he can hit them, but he can't see them.
Does he become a Soul Reaper?
No. The only Soul Reapers are Rukia and Ichigo. That you see right now. Out of the characters you see right now.
What about that? You know, I've seen the trailer for the live-action Bleach movie on the Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
There's a character who shoots a bow and arrow that looks fucking badass.
He is not a Soul Reaper.
He's not a Soul Reaper?
No.
What the hell is he?
He's something else.
Huh.
He is a very cool character.
He looks awesome. Let me guess. 300, 400, 500 chapters away?
No, about maybe 10?
Really? Oh, okay.
He's a main player.
I have a feeling he's going to be up there on my list of characters.
Oh, he's because I won't spoil it.
You can kind of tell us a little bit.
He's cool, calculated, but he's also a fucking nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's really into sewing.
Okay.
Like, super into sewing. So, like, anytime, like, somebody gets, like, a hole in one of their clothes, he's just like, let me fix that real quick! No imperfections.
Huh.
Like, one time, we're like, somebody was wearing a shirt, and that shirt got destroyed. Mm-hmm. Or, like, they got lost or something like that. And he's like, well, I didn't like the way it looked. It was unsymmetrical. Ah. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to make a new one, but I'm going to make it symmetrical.
Yeah. I like that. And
he is a badass.
His weapon of choice is the bow and arrow?
The bow and arrow.
That looks cool.
He, like, a lot... you'll find that, like, the Soul Reapers are very Japanese-based. The Hollows are Spanish-based, like Mexican-based. Mm-hmm. Like, their main place is called Hueco Mundo. All their names are, like, El Español. Huh. And what the dude is... He's very German-based.
The bow and arrow guy?
Yeah, like one of his weapons is called Strider. Huh. Or Das Strider.
Interesting. Yeah, that's going to be exciting to get to. Introduce some more badass...
And they explain that character, like, you know why he's the way he is very quickly.
Nice.
There's more to it, but you know, like... I'm this, and this is why I can do that. Unlike
He's
Chad,
not a Soul Reaper.
No.
So is there?
Let me tell you.
No. Okay. I want to wait till we get there. Yeah, no.
It's not that big. I can just tell you the name.
Okay.
It's the name is Quincy. They're humans that fight hollows.
So that's what Chad is.
No.
That's what Chad will be.
No.
Okay. We'll get. You know what? We'll get there.
And I won't spoil Chad's because Chad's is a fucking rabbit hole that involves like Ichigo and like other people, and it's real. It's kind of stupid.
It's not a Soul Reaper.
It's not a Soul Reaper. Like I said, only Soul Reapers from right now that you see of the main cast.
Lying.
I'm not.
Dang, you got real serious.
I'm not lying. It's Rukia and Ichigo.
But we do see more Soul Reapers?
Yes.
They ever team up?
In the next big arc, it's basically nothing but Soul Reapers.
Is there ever like a crap ton of Soul Reapers taking on like a crap ton of Hollows?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But it's never like the main thing that's happening.
Is there a tournament arc?
No.
Really? In the whole series?
It's one of the very few that doesn't have a tournament arc.
Interesting.
Because it doesn't really... There's never really a point where it's just like... Where they have... Or point in the story where they're just like... You'd think now we'll have a tournament.
You'd think that, but somehow these manga are able to throw one in there sometimes.
I mean, like, Naruto makes sense because it's like...
That makes
they're
sense.
trying to upgrade to become the next rank of ninja. My Hero... It's a sports festival. There's got like... Like, just like big sports events in high school. Mm-hmm. Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't remember what it is. I think it's like it's just a big prize you win. But there is a reason.
They could have had a thing where like
Black Clover is going to be the Wizard King, or it probably won't be that, but it might be like you'll be the new captain of this.
Okay.
And so
they could have just been like, yeah, we need to find out who the top Soul Reaper is.
We're
going to hold a tournament to...
The Soul Reaper Society is very structured. It's very... There is no... Oh, prove you're the best right now at this moment and you automatically get it. You have to earn it. It's like the military.
Well, Ichigo is the best, though, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because he's
the main character.
off the charts.
He's the main character.
Yeah.
Ichigo is very overpowered, and they explain why he's overpowered.
Because of his mom, right?
No.
It has something to do with his mom?
No. His mom is basic bitch, normal bitch.
Has something to do with his mom's death?
No.
I feel like you're lying to me.
I'm not lying.
Are you sure?
Am I sure?
But yeah, so it is. It's.
Then don't talk to Zach about any, because he'll just.
I know he'll spoil it.
He'll spoil the
spoils
fuck out
everything.
of it.
He's a douche. But anyway, so that's that's Bleach chapters 9 and 10. Good stuff. I'm digging it.
Getting better.
I hated that it ended.
On a cliffhanger.
I want to see Ichigo now. Now we're gonna get to see Ichigo though fight. The next chapter ought to be pretty kick ass.
It's pretty kick ass.
Even though these chapters have been kick ass. But I'd much rather see Ichigo swing that giant sword than see Chad swing that.
It was funny though.
Giant telephone pole, which yes, it was
and
funny.
him constantly just hitting the air.
Yes, that stuff is funny. And like I said, I liked Rukia's whole thing. Really just going at it, even though she
shouldn't be.
Is clearly, once she gets hurt later on, she shouldn't be doing it. But then, just at the beginning, when she's just like, obviously, she says the whole body thing is holding her back, and she's just not able to do what she needs to do, but she's still willing to try and all that. Like she's awesome. But yeah, so that's it. Any more thoughts, Logan?
No, that covers it.
All right, so if you've enjoyed listening to the show, please head over to iTunes and subscribe there. Leave us a little review, some rating, or you can always go to Podbean, follow on Podbean. We're of course Manga Weekly, but Talking Nerdy is sort of the parent company that we fall under, that we do stuff for. So like you can go over to YouTube and subscribe to the Talking Nerdy channel. I believe this goes up on that channel as well as just like a static thing, but so you can listen on there. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, things you want to tell us about, anime you'd like to have us suggest that we read or whatever, you can do it. You can head over to Facebook and like Talking Nerdy there, and you can tell us there, or you can email us at talkingnerdy815@gmail.com or mangaweekly815@gmail.com. But unless you have anything else, we'll call it a day.
That's it.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening.
Bye.